What's going on, guys? I'm your boy SuLLy, and today I am back with episode 113 of SuLLy on Sundays. Doesn't really matter about the number, you lot know based on what was uploaded last week. But as you can see, no longer at uni, no longer in my room. I was actually going to record a video yesterday before I moved out from my room, talking about how that was like the last thing I was recording from my room, but didn't because I had to be packed and out by 10 AM, so just pretty much didn't have time to do it. But yeah, I'm now here at my sister's. Thank fuck for my sister's existence. Her boyfriend and housemate had a spare room and pretty much just said it's going to be chill if I stay with them for the next 2 months or so before I move into my house next year, or not next year, but in August, for next year with some friends from uni. But yeah, pretty much it's been an eventful week. I've done quite a lot actually, especially over the last few days as well, that I will dive straight into, explain, let you know what's going on. But before we do any of that, I'll just quickly show you my new living quarters, where I'm currently situated, how life is, because my room is a lot smaller here than it was at uni. I can't complain about that because it is a roof over my head. And again, like, big props to my sister, her boyfriend and their housemate for letting me stay here, because otherwise I'd have been pretty much in a room that's just filled to the brim with crap that is partially mine and partially other people's. My desk was all full up, and there was just loads of crap in my room that shouldn't have been there or wasn't there before I left last year. But like I said, very small room, as you can see, door, wall, I can fit my wingspan the majority of the way across it. This is the longest wall of the room where my bed is. Not much going on there, just my bed. And then I have my Star Wars posters and things up on the radiator because I needed to put them up somewhere, because otherwise it just feels empty and I need something on the walls. Otherwise I feel like it's a bit empty. Shoes and stuff down in the corner here. Again, angles wise this is probably dreadful because I'm not used to using the front camera on my phone yet, but the main thing that you guys want to see, obviously, is the setup. And we're back to rocking the classic BTEC setup that I had when I was back at home, before I had my double desk, back when I was using a little box thing at the end of my bed. Now we're down to a one thing chest of drawers that comes about 2 feet off the ground. Pretty much this setup's quite iconic. I'm quite proud of what I managed to do with the small space I have and all the stuff I have, because I've managed to fit 2 consoles, the 1 TV, webcam, PC, keyboard, mouse, all on pretty much in like a 3-foot space, which is honestly amazing in my eyes. I'm never usually a massive fan of my setups because wire management is always shit, but you can barely see the wires on this, so I'm quite happy with it. But let me just dive straight into it with you guys. So here we have the setup. This is a chest of drawers with the TV standing on it. Webcam is currently next to the bed, but when I do start live streaming using my PC, that will make a lot more sense because I'll be streaming from on my bed, most likely. I just have to loop the keyboard and mouse around the back of the bed so that they're on the bed and I can play. I will need to get something flat for a mouse mat because obviously I can't play on a duvet using the mouse playing PC games. 2 consoles down here by the left hand side of the chest of drawers, headset that I still have yet to unbox, and then a washing hamper that's filled with bags and clothes that I actually need to wash already. But yeah, under here is a shit ton of boxes, shoe boxes, the old boxes for my Star Wars helmets that I was collecting. But if there's one recommendation I can give anyone, is that you should always keep your shoe boxes, because if I didn't have them I would not have been able to pack the majority of the stuff that I did. Came to quite a sad realization actually, that my entire life pretty much fits into the back of a Vauxhall Corsa, which if you don't know, not from the UK where the car is most famous, they are very, very small cars and I'm very surprised they managed to fit. But PC is currently laying on its side. It does make noise when it starts up, but it eventually calms down. The only issue that I have with it being on its side is, apologies for the plane, I live under a flight path, so you'll hear that through the window. But yeah, only issue is that it may overheat and I don't really want to burn the carpet or cause any fires whilst I'm here. The wires you can see go along there are the keyboard, mouse and Ethernet wire, which plugs into a port back there behind all the boxes and that sort of thing. And then I'll show you back end of the setup where the wires and stuff are. One of the speakers is there as well. Surprised I'm only using 4 plugs, because usually I'd have an extension lead plugged into an extension lead, which I know is a fire hazard. Don't give me shit for it. But there's the back end of the PC. One of the speakers is there, and then we have another speaker here with the webcam on top of the TV. But yeah, that pretty much sums up the setup for the most part. And now we are back to my face, I can delve more into what I've done this week, how my week has gone, other information I feel you guys should know about, and the general gist of what SuLLy on Sundays is. So, typically on a Monday, what I'd be doing is nothing all day, and then I would go to Toast, or the main Monday night event that is at Royal Holloway. I got very, very drunk before that, ended up going to said event, spent a lot of money at this event, and threw up in my friend Will's sink. So shout out to Will for making sure I got back to yours and actually allowing me to throw up in your sink. I say allowing me, it could have been a lot worse. Could have been your kitchen floor, your bedroom. But yeah, apologies for throwing up, but thank you for getting me there. There's actually some pictures that were taken of me sat on a cow outside of Medicine, which is where Toast actually takes place. I don't know why I did inverted quotation marks or whatever, because it is actually called Medicine, but there was this cow outside of it. Not sure why these cows exist, but they were outside the back of Imagine, which is like a place to eat at my uni, and then for whatever reason during the last week they decided to move it outside of Medicine, obviously not realising that fucking messes like me would climb onto the back of the cow whilst completely intoxicated and nearly fall off multiple times. Thank you again to Will for saving my life and not allowing me to fall off the cow. Thank you to Georgia for taking multiple pictures of me looking completely off my tits and not knowing what was going on. And another thank you to Will for recording those videos that were on your Snapchat story that people actually thought were quite harsh in terms of my life and general existence, but they were fucking hilarious. So that was Monday. Tuesday, didn't actually do anything. I literally stayed in bed. I wasn't hungover, oddly enough, although I don't really tend to get hangovers. It's very rare that I do. I was pretty much just in bed watching crap on the internet. I believe I watched either 13 Reasons Why finally, and yeah, I won't delve too much into that because it's quite a odd topic to try and go into on a quite usually happy sort of video. But Tuesday didn't do anything. Wednesday I didn't do anything again. Yeah, so pretty much Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday were lazy days. Then Thursday we had the election. Thursday we had the election. I went in, I voted, votes were counted. The Tories won, they did lose their majority. Labour gained a shit ton of seats. Over 70% of 18 to 24 year olds voted, which was incredible, and pretty much was all thanks to Jeremy Corbyn. But yeah, things are still very much up in the air about the result of the election, and again, don't want to dive into politics, because as the results were coming out, I tweeted and posted a picture on Facebook of Obi-Wan saying, "I'm not brave enough for politics" from episode 3, which some people found amusing. I did also live stream for 15 hours. I'm not sure what possessed me to do it. I had alcohol I needed to finish, and I was like, fuck it, let's drown my sorrows in alcohol and live stream on the internet making a fool of myself. For the most part, there was around 9-ish viewers, if I remember correctly. I'll need to go back and check. But yeah, there was viewers in the stream constantly. People were watching literally for hours on end. People stayed till like 6 AM and beyond, and they were all awesome for doing so. What I plan on doing with all of that footage is downloading it, saving it to my external hard drive, and then clipping it, or clipping bits from it and turning it into a video. I'm not sure how long that will take, because I'm still currently having issues with my PC and connecting it to the internet, even trying a wired connection here, but I do have these adapters that can essentially turn Wi-Fi into wired network. But yeah, then the day after my stream, I went out to this event in London to see 2 DJs that were headlining this gig. One of them's called Dr. P. His set was fucking incredible. And then there was Funkcase as well, who was the final act of the night. We did miss about half an hour of his set because me and the person I went with had both not had much sleep. I had about 1 hour sleep between the 2 days, including me streaming and then going out till about, well, I didn't get home till about 7 AM before I had to pack all my shit up and go. But the event finished at 4, we left at around 3:30, got back to London Waterloo for about 4:30ish and then waited for McDonald's to open. 8, got a train back to Egham and we were back by like 7. But yeah, good event, thoroughly enjoyed it. Dr. P's set was incredible, and that was the last night of term. A lot of people went out to the summer blowout or whatever it was called. They hosted like a Coachella night at that did deserve commas because I'm not sure how it was a Coachella night because I didn't go to it and I haven't seen many pictures or anything. But yeah, that pretty much wrapped up everything in terms of what happened at uni. It was a very eventful last week, apart from the 3 days where I did nothing. Was very happy with how the live stream turned out. The last one I did was actually very good preparation for the potential 24-hour live stream I'm doing for Macmillan. I will probably make a post about that for how people can donate and things, because they will be able to donate in stream and there will be a link set up beforehand for people to donate to. And then eventually, when I'm in my new house in Englefield Green, before I start uni again, I will probably be doing this 24-hour live stream. This does nicely barrel roll into where things currently are with me. Today I booked tickets to actually meet one of my favourite bands of all time. Me and my friend Vic are going on holiday during summer, and our initial plan was to go to this festival in Belgium where we'd have been able to see them, but we came to the conclusion that we don't really want to have to spend more money on flights because we're going to Madrid and Berlin as well. We don't really want to have to spend money on camping at this festival, and we literally are only going just to see this one band, Blink-182, because I hadn't announced that before for some reason. But we looked online because we knew the majority of tickets were sold out. We found tickets in Leeds that gave us standing tickets, gave us meet and greet, VIP merch, early entry and sound check, which are like dream things to get if you're as big of a fan of these bands as we are. And we managed to get tickets. They were like 200 and something pounds each. Paid the money that I owed Vic for our flights to Madrid and Berlin, and honestly so excited for it. I've made a few of my friends jealous because I get to go and meet them, and honestly just so excited. July is going to be an incredible month for me. I get to go to Madrid and Berlin, 2 cities I've wanted to visit for a long time. Get to meet my friend Benji again, who I haven't seen in like 3-4 years nearly, come this new year. There's been a long time coming, a much needed catch up to visit that dude again, and we get to go visit him in his home country, whereas he came to England beforehand. And then I get to meet Blink-182, a band who I've wanted to see live for fucking years, and now I get to actually meet them, have a photo taken with them, and a shit ton of like VIP stuff that we get as well with the package. And oh my god, I'm so excited. Then there was also the trailer drop for Battlefront 2. They had like engine footage of the multiplayer, other bits of story mode that we hadn't seen beforehand, and oh my god, that game looks so good. I don't really want to run into the same issue I did beforehand, where I was really hyped about the original Battlefront and then didn't really play it because it was too much like Battlefield. I know the multiplayer is going to be very similar to that again, but there's so much more to it this time round that's still very hyped for it. And then obviously the story mode just looks incredible. Story mode's all canon, it fits into everything, and I'm gonna buy it pretty much. I'm gonna buy it and I'll pray for myself in the hopes that I actually do play the game. As well as Call of Duty obviously. But with me moving into the new house next year, I will be able to live stream those a shit ton. You don't really have to worry about too much gameplay going up on my channel because I'm sort of moving away from that sort of thing. But with all of the stuff I'm doing during summer, you can expect a lot of videos that will be made, edited and turned into decent vlogs for all the events and things I'm going to. But yeah, I've said but so many times in this episode, and I apologise. There's just been a lot going on. It's one of the busier weeks I've had in the last few weeks, and very excited for how things are going to go over the next few weeks, next few months. There's so much I need to be excited for at the moment, and I genuinely cannot wait to do all of it. That is going to wrap it up for me though. Hope you guys did enjoy. Hope you guys are, well, I say you're obviously not going to be as excited as I am for these things, but I will be live streaming a lot more. In terms of content and things, I'll be trying to record bits more of just my general life and daily life. If I'm doing anything cool, I'll try to make some cool videos out of it and just see what I can do in terms of content that I can produce. I do apologise for not being able to put the 2 films up that I was like part of in creating and things, but ran into some issues with the actors and their contracts with their agents and things like that, not wanting stuff being put out with potential like monetary gain or things that weren't directly quoted from their agents or something along those lines. Technical issues that we couldn't overcome essentially. But yeah, that is it. Hope you guys have enjoyed. As always, I've been your boy SuLLy. Thank you guys for coming out and watching me as always. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and peace.